What's up, guys? Um, yeah, this video is actually on demand. It's on demand video, you get. So first of all, welcome to our channel. Welcome to our channels, guys. I know it's been long I released video. I've been so busy, with life. So I'm just gonna walk you through. This video is how to book for your flight. I know this season a whole lot of people will be traveling this season because school they were resuming, and I've been getting the request that, hey, show me, do a video on how to book a flight if one wants to book a flight themselves to Canada. So, and also this video, it can apply to anybody as well, even if you're not coming to Canada. Some of the things I'll be saying here, it would apply to anybody that wants to book a flight to anywhere, but particularly to Canada because of the choice of airline that I'll be choosing, you get. So I'll just give you the guide here, the guidelines, the tips, the scopes, and then what else. Yeah, I'll give you different methods on how to do it, and I'll walk you through it. So let's get it started. Like I said, I will give you some tips that will save you some costs. Because I personally, right, I booked my flight myself, and then, I always book cheapest price, like cheapest flights. Yeah, so let me just walk you through how I always do that for me to get a cheap airline. So first thing first, the first advice I will give to you is that you have to book on time. Let me just open Notepad. First thing first, firstly, book on time. If you're traveling to anywhere, the first thing you have to do is book your flights on time. Like, book on time, book ahead of time, because all this airline, there is a way that works, right? So they will have economy, they will have flex economy, they will have save economy, different type of economy. So the cheapest one, let's say the cheapest one is flex economy. Maybe the cheapest flex economy is about 100,000. Then save economy is about 120,000. Then comfort economy is about 150,000. So if I want to book my flight, I will definitely book the cheapest one, right? So, but once the seat of the cheapest one has finished, that cheapest one will be closed. The next one will be that next one you get. So if you book on time, you'll be able to see the cheapest flight. So first advice, book on time. And then let me just put this here. We are traveling to Canada. Let's say Lagos to Canada, right? So another thing, the thing to consider when booking your flight, you get things to consider when booking. So I will just give you the tips, right? The first thing to consider is that the waiting time. I will still show you all these things. I just want to explain first. Waiting time. You get the waiting time. It means that you don't want to book a flight that has a waiting time connection, because if you're coming to Canada, for example, there is no direct flight from Lagos to Canada. You either stop in Cairo, stop in Ethiopia, stop in Abu Dhabi, stop in Egypt, all those things. You either stop, you get. So you don't want to book a flight. Maybe you are booking from Lagos to Cairo, then from Cairo to Canada. So you don't want to, in between here there will be a stopover before your next flight. You don't want to stop here for 12 hours. You don't want to wait here for 12 hours before before coming to Canada, right? You don't want to wait in Cairo for 12 hours. So this is the first thing you have to consider. First thing you have to consider your waiting time. You get. But me, because I always book my flight myself, I always check the waiting time 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours waiting time is fine. You get. So that's the first thing you have to consider, the waiting time. The other time, the last time I flew when I was coming to Canada, I met someone. The person said she has 12 hours waiting time. Imagine staying at the airport for 12 hours before your next flight. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this is why I always advise people to book yourself. Like, book yourself instead of agents. Book yourself. You get, because if you book it yourself, you will check the waiting time yourself. You will check the waiting time. Oh, this particular flight waiting time is 2 hours. This particular flight waiting time is 5 hours. You get, but if you use an agent, agents don't care. We'll just book anything for you. You get, agent doesn't care about your waiting time. Even if you like spend 24 hours at your connecting flight, they don't care. They will just book anything for you. But if you book yourself, you'll be able to, check your waiting time, see if you can afford to wait for that time, or else look for a flight that has a very, very short waiting time. So that's the first thing, waiting time. Things to consider, right? So the second thing to consider is the flight time. So what I mean by flight time is that, do you want to fly by 7 o'clock in the morning, or you want to fly by evening, or you want to fly by afternoon? You get, just imagine that Nigeria, you're flying by 7 o'clock in the morning in Nigeria, flying by 7 o'clock in the morning, and you are not in Lagos. You didn't reside in Lagos. You get, because for me, I reside in Ogun State. So before I could get to the airport, I can meet up. What time do I want to leave house? You get, what time do I want to leave my house for me to get to the airport and meet up with 7 o'clock flight? You get, so this is the second thing you have to consider. And one thing for the first time flyer, anytime you're traveling, make sure you get to the airport 3 hours before your departure time. So if your departure time is 7 o'clock in the morning, make sure you get to the airport by 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, you have to be at the airport 3 hours before your departure time, because there are a whole lot of things you still have to do. You have to arrange your baggage, you have to check in your baggage, you have to do custom clearance. You get, an airport, it can be overwhelming sometimes. So second thing you have to consider is the flight time. What time is the flight? Yeah, what time is the flight? When is the flight flying? You get, I have an experience, right? I have an experience from Lagos to, let's say, for Cairo, then from Cairo to Toronto, then from Toronto to Calgary. I base in Calgary. So here, if you fly some airline, when they drop you in Toronto before your connecting flight, they always give you 2 hours waiting time. So 2 hours waiting time. Imagine 2 hours waiting time. You cannot meet up with the flight time because you still have to do a whole lot of clearance in Toronto. So flight time is very important. You get, check the flight time if it's what you can meet up with. That's the second thing you have to consider. And again, if you use agents, they don't care about the flight time. They can tell you that, oh, there's a flight time they see. But if you book yourself, you will know that, okay, can I fly this time? So that's the second thing to consider. Things to consider when you are booking, when you are making your booking. So the third thing to consider is what? The price. Ah man, this This one is the main deal. You get this price is the main deal. These are the things I always consider, right? For me, price is very important. You get apart from checking this waiting time and flight time, the third thing for me is the price. You get because I need to I always sought for the cheapest airline and whenever I want to fly. So I always look for different airlines so I can see, the price that makes sense. Price that makes sense. You understand? So check the price that makes sense for you. That's why anytime I want to book, I will check this airline, check their price, go to the other one, check their price, go to the other one, check their price, go to the other one, check their price before me booking for my flight. You get? So the last time I traveled to Nigeria, I traveled with an airline. So when I was coming, I came with different airline because when I was going, the airline that took me to Nigeria was very cheap. You get? So when I was coming, I checked the same airline. The price was crazy. So I had to go and look for another airline that their price was cheap. So I traveled with an airline. I came back with different airline. You get? So you have to check the price, as in compare the price with with different airline and choose the one that makes sense. Apart from checking all this waiting time, and some their price might be cheap, but they would have a long waiting time. Cheap with long waiting time. You get? So their price might be cheap and their waiting time is long. You get? So it depends on you if you can stay at the airport for maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. But for me, I always consider all these things because I've had a long flight. I don't want to wait at the airport. I just want to wait at the airport for 2 hours maximum, 3 hours, then up on the next flight. So, but if some people they don't mind booking a cheap flight and then stay at the airport for a longer time. But for me, I always consider all these things. These are from my personal opinion, my personal choice. You get? So, and it has always been working for me. So price is always important for me. I check the price of different airline before making my final conclusion, right? Then the last thing is the stopover requirement, visa requirement. This one is very important, like very very important. Before I walk you through how to book it, I just want to explain all these things so that you wouldn't make mistake in your bookings, right? So this stopover visa requirement is very important. Like for example, if you're going from Lagos to Canada, like I told you, there is no direct flight from Lagos to Canada. You have to stop over. So if you're stopping over, for example, in United States, US, if your stopover is in US and you don't have a US visa, as in you can't stop over. You get? If you're carrying a Nigerian passport and then you want to stop over in US before coming to Canada, you can't because their immigration law is that you have to have a valid US visa or transit visa. You get? So you don't want to book an airline that would take you through United States. You get? Like United Airline. If you book United Airline, they will pass through US. But since you don't have a valid US visa or transit visa, you can't book that kind of airline. You get? Some airline as well. They will pass. So you have to know the law, the immigration law of the airline you are booking. If it does not pass through a place where they would require you for their country visa or a transit visa. Yeah, but when I'm walking you through, I will show you some airline you can book that you don't need a transit visa. With your Nigerian passport and your Canada visa, you can pass through those countries without any problem. So these four things are very important when you are booking for your flight. These four things they are very important when you're booking for your flight. And then like I said here, I mentioned here that you can book yourself or you can use an agent. So there are two different type of agents. Okay, there are two ways where you can book, right? If you want to book yourself, there are two different ways you can book. You can either book from airline website, official website. You can either book from airline official website or from agent website. So this agent website, they are licensed agents whereby you can book your airline from their website. You get. So like I told you, there are two different agents. Some agents, they don't have a license, they don't have a website, they just collect your money, then book for you, help you to book either on official website, airline official website, or through other agents website. But some agents, right, they have a website where you can book yourself. You get. So you can, like I said, you can either book from the airline official website or from agent's website. So I'll first mention the agent that I know, the agents that I know where you can book your airline from. And the reason why you have to consider all these things, you have to check all this, compare all these things when you're comparing your price, because some of these agents' website, they always have a cheaper fare. You get cheaper rate sometimes. So I always check, I will check the agent's website, I will check their price, I will go to the official airline website, I will check their price. The one that is much cheaper, that's what I will book. You get. So the agent's website that I know, there are a whole lot of agents in Nigeria. So I know of Wakana, then I know Travel Better. There are a whole lot. But as these two, I can vouch for these two. You can book from their website, but they just have their pros and cons. You get, if you book from agent websites sometimes, and this website for those who are in Nigeria, right? But if you're outside Nigeria too, you can still make use of this website. So to check through this website, check their fare, the price. If their price is cheaper, so the official website, official airline website, book through them. You get. Through them. Like I said, one of the things I always consider is the price. You get the price. So now let's go to the official. What's of the official airline website? The airline that you can book to Canada without any issue, that you don't have to worry about transit visa or their country stopover visa, is Ethiopia Airline. The first one is Ethiopia Airline. So the second one is Egypt Airline. So the fourth one is Air France. The fifth one is British. So all this airline, Egypt, yeah, all these Air France are of KLM. So these two, they were the same, Air France or KLM. So all this airline, if you book them, you will not have any problem. You get. No problem in the transit visa. You don't need a transit visa. You don't need stopover visa. You can book them from anywhere to Canada. As in, they don't require transit visa from you. If they are not passing through United States, you get. So make sure they are not passing through United States. So let's check them one by one. Now I've told you all this information before I walk you through. You can stop at any time and replay whatever that I've said, but these informations are very important. You get. So let's do a say we want to book a flight from Lagos to Canada, to Calgary. I base in Calgary. So you can select any province where you're going in Canada. So this is what I always do whenever I want to book my flights. First of all, I will open Ethiopia Airline in one browser. You get Ethiopia Airline. Where is their this is their official website. as you can see, ethiopiaairlines.com. So this is the official website. I'll open it. Then again, I would go to second airline, Egypt Airline. I will open everything. You get, I will open everything down. Oh, this is the Ethiopian airline, right? So the second one, Egypt Airline, I will check everything, check the price of each flight before selecting. You get. So this is the official website as well. So let's go. So the third one, Air France. Just put everything on Google, check their price, compare. Air France. This is the official website of Air France as well. Then the last one, British Airline. British Airways. So do you see now? I've opened like 4 different airline official websites. So what we are going to do right now, we are going to select the date we want to travel, then compare the price. You get. So, but if you're not coming to Canada and if you are not sure, maybe the flight you can book to Canada, you can use Google. Just type, maybe if you're going to London, flight from Lagos to London. Okay, so this will bring you different airlines that are going to London. In case if you're not sure where you are, in case if you're not sure the flight that's going to the country you're going, that is if you're going to another country, you get. Like I said, this information I'm sharing here, it can be applied to all other countries as well. So now let's go back to our bookings. Then also let me open the agent's website that I told you about, Wakanow. So it's Wakanow. So it will be this is the Wakanow official website. Then let's go to Travel Better. Travel Better is the official website, Travel Better. So do you see how many pages I have ready now? 1, Egypt Airline, 2, 3, Air France, 4, British Airways, 5, Wakanow, then 6, Travel Better. So now let's compare their price. So for Ethiopia Airline, so it will ask you the first thing. This if you want to book your flight, this is the platform, right? It will ask you, select your origin. Where are you flying from? So if you're flying from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria, select Lagos. So once you type Lagos to your country of origin, it will bring it. So if you're flying from Abuja, just type it Abuja, okay? But let's select Lagos. Lagos. Where are you going to? It's asking where you're going to. Let's choose. You don't have to type Canada, you get, because there are a whole lot of airports in Canada. You have to choose your destination, right? Your final destination. Let's choose Calgary. This is where I base. And if your destination is Toronto, you can choose Toronto. But let's choose Calgary. Calgary. You see, I'm going from Lagos to Calgary. Then these are all the things you have to select before it shows you the fare price. You have to select if you're booking just one way or a return. So one way means you are just going from Lagos to Calgary. You are not returning back. You just want to book a one-way ticket. But if you want to book to and fro, like you want to come to Calgary and you want to return back, so that means you will select your departure date here, and then you select your return date here. But let's just do for one way, okay? Let's click for one way. That means we are only coming here. We are not sure when we are going back yet. So we just want to book one way ticket. So departure date, let's select August 26. So I'm going to select August 26 for all my flights so we can compare the price. So August 26. then let's click. Then if you're traveling, how many people of you are traveling? So this one is if you want to book economy, if you want to book a business class, you get. But let's just use economy as our example. Then if you're traveling, if it is only you, just leave this thing as it is. If you are the only one traveling, can you see one passenger? But if you guys were two adults, if you're two adults, just add this place, two adults. It will show the price of two adults. If you're three, if you're four, then if you're traveling with maybe infants of 0 to 1 year, just select this place. If you're traveling with infants or a child below 11 years, don't go and select this place. If you select this place, they will charge you based on adult price, you get, for all of you. But if your child is between 0 to 1, select this place. The amount they will charge you, it will be just little, about 10%. If you're traveling with infants, if your own price is assuming 100,000, they will just charge you 10,000 naira extra for traveling with infants. But if you're traveling with infants and you select two, they will charge you 100,000 times two. So if you're traveling with a child of 2 to 11 years, so they will charge you very low as well, about 20%. So know your child's age before you select them. Like I said, if you're traveling with a child below 12 years old, don't go and select this place. Yes, you will pay for two adults ticket. So let's just assume we are just one adult traveling. Then we've selected our departure day. So the next thing you have to do is click on search. Can you see it's loading? Then boom, we have our ticket. As you can see, the fare price is 26. Can you see Friday 26 August? The fare price is 952,000 naira. Can you see 952,000 naira? So what I was explaining to you the other time about the stopover and the duration. So do you see here, the flight is going to take you 30 hours 30 minutes. Can you see? This one is going to take you 30 hours 30 minutes to your destination. There's a first flight. I'll still explain the breakdown. This second flight is going to take you 38 hours 30 minutes. So this third one is going to take you 39 hours 26 minutes. So if you're booking now, which one would you rather prefer? A flight that will take you 30 hours 30 minutes, or the one that would takes you 38 hours? You get. Even the one booking, I cannot book this one for sure. I can't, because 38 hours, that's too long. So I would rather book this. But like I said, if you're booking through agents, they don't care. They can book this one for you. You get. They can even book 50 hours for you. Can you see this one? 50 hours. They don't care. They can book this for you. So the flight will be leaving by 26th of August, 13:40. 13:40 is 1:40 p.m. You get. 1:40 p.m. It will be arriving by 27th of August, 13:10. That's a 1:10 p.m. in Calgary, YYC. So these are your stopover. Do you see? It has three stops. It has 3 stops. So these are the stops. You first stops in Addis Ababa, this ADD. Then you stop in Dublin, this DUB. Then from Dublin to YYC. You get. So if you click on these details, it would explain. It shows you the flight details. Like you see, from Lagos to Lagos, Nigeria, you'll be departing by 1:40 p.m. Then you'll be arriving in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia by 9 p.m. Then you will have 1 hour 50 minutes layover. That is 1 hour 50 minutes stopover before your next flight. So after your 1 hour 50 minutes stopover, you would connect from Addis Ababa again, and you will arrive in Toronto. Can you see? Then from Toronto, you will have 2 hours 45 minutes layover. Then from Toronto, you would go from Toronto to Calgary. So this still makes sense. Like, makes sense. The waiting hours, the first waiting hours is 1 hour 15 minutes. As it makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. Then the second waiting time is 2 hours 45 minutes. It makes sense, right? And the flight that will take you from Lagos to Addis Ababa is a 5 hours 20 minutes. You see, everything is there, so you can know everything before booking. But if you're booking through agents, they wouldn't tell you all these things. So travel time is 5 hours 20 minutes from Lagos to Addis Ababa. So let's see, travel time Addis Ababa to Toronto, let's see, 16 hours 20 minutes from Addis Ababa to Toronto. This is the time you will use inside the flight. You get. Then from Toronto to Calgary, it will take you 4 hours 15 minutes. You will use 4 hours 15 minutes. So they've calculated everything and they arrived at 30 hours 30 minutes, everything including your waiting time. So that's that, right? So let's go and check the one that has 50 hours. You get. Same airline. So let's go and check the details and you will see the waiting time. So the first waiting time you will use 1 hour 15 minutes. See now, from Lagos to Addis Ababa, after you drop at Addis Ababa, you will use 1 hour 15 minutes at the airport. So when you move from Addis Ababa to Toronto, you will have to stay in Toronto. Do you see? You have to stay in Toronto airport before coming to Calgary. You have to stay for 22 hours. Imagine you staying at the airport for 22 hours. That is crazy. That's why I mentioned that all the things you need to consider before booking your flight. You get all these things, they are the things you have to consider before booking your flight. How can one spend 22 hours inside airports? That's crazy. You get. But if you are booking through agents, they don't care. You get. They will just give you your ticket. Oh, this is your ticket. Go and sort yourself out. But you that's been traveling, you've been traveling from Lagos to Canada, that's stress. You will now get to airport and still wait for 22 hours. Sophia Kwa. So these are all the things you have to consider. So now that's that. So this is the first airline. The price of this airline is what? Is $952. And again, the reason why this flight is very expensive right now is because the season we are booking at a very peak season. We are in summer. We are moving to fall. A whole lot of students, they will be returning back to Canada this period. So flight is always expensive around this time. So if we check around maybe January or February, March, flight is always low around the time. So now let's go and check another airline. We've seen the details of this Ethiopian. So let's go and check another airline to check the price and compare the difference. So this one again, like I told you, one way, I've explained everything. One way from where? From Lagos to where? To Calgary. From Lagos to Calgary. Which day do we select in that place? That's August 26th. August 26th. Then, like I told you, if you're 2 adults, 1 adult, children, infants, but 1 adult as an example, let's go book. Let's see the flight rate of this. Agree. Let's check the price of this. So it's still loading. So this one is displaying in dollars. You get. So this one is displaying in dollars. So this one is $4,431. You get. So $4,431 for flight rate. But I think there is a place we can do the conversion. Or where is it? When I said I would do it, there is a place we can do the conversion on this website. So 4,000, but it's Canadian dollars, so you have to check it. So this one is going to use 28 hours 20 minutes. So how long does Ethiopia Airlines use? Can you see this one is using 30 hours 30 minutes? So this one is using 28 hours 20 minutes duration for 4,007. You get, so you can do the conversion and know the one that its price makes sense now. So let's check the flight details of this one. So this one would go from Lagos to Cairo. So this one is going to Cairo, and Lagos to Cairo is going to take you 5 hours 15 minutes. Then you stop at Cairo. Waiting time is 5 hours. Then from Cairo to YYC, so it's going to take you YYZ. YYZ is Toronto. So it's going to take you 11 hours 30 minutes. Then you will wait 1 hour 55 minutes at Toronto waiting time before moving to Calgary. So this one still makes sense too, but this one still makes sense. But if you check see this one 32 hours duration, this one 35 hours, this one 39 hours. You get. So these are all the things you have to consider yourself when you're booking. You want to book flights that the hours is very, very low. You understand that the hours is very, very short. So we've know the price of this and the duration of this. So let's go to another one. So these are the things I always do. I would, compare different prices from Lagos to Calgary. This is what I always do whenever I want to book. Traveling date August 26th. So before I book, I always check all airlines. Know the one that's that has a very cheap price. Because I love cheap things. So this one, $2,700. Hey, now see this one, $2,700. The cheapest one is $2,700, and this one, can you see now? This one $4,000 and 4,000 Canadian dollars, and this one, so that means Air France is more cheaper than Egypt airline. You get? Can you see? 2,700. So you can just book this, and the duration is 22 hours. But now let's check where the flight is passing through. Maybe the flight is not passing through United States. So it will go from Lagos airport to Amsterdam. Yeah, you don't need a transit visa if you are passing through Amsterdam, so you are good to go. Then from Amsterdam to Calgary. Makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense, and it's 22 hours. You get 22 hours. The duration is 22 hours. So this one makes sense. So me now, if I want to book, I would rather book this because 2,700 Canadian dollars. But I don't know the conversion rate to Naira though, so I don't know after I convert it, maybe it will be lower than this Ethiopian of 952,000. But compare these both, Egypt and Air France, this one is still better. Can you see? So another thing, like I told you, that I mentioned here, one of the things you need to consider, this flight time. Can you see the flight time here? The flight time. So here you have to leave Lagos by 22:05. 22:05 is past 10. You have to depart by past 10. So if you're someone that you don't like traveling by road at night, like me now, if I want to fly out, I love flying in the morning or in the afternoon. Like this 10 p.m. is too late for me to fly because traveling from my city to Lagos, the roads are not, they were not safe. I can't travel at night. So, but like I said, these are the things you have to consider. This flight is departing by 10 p.m. So if you can fly by 10 p.m., why not? You can actually travel on time. If you're not living in Lagos, you can travel. You can leave your city on time, maybe in the afternoon. So before you get to Lagos, it should have been, so you can meet up with this time. So now let's go to the next airline. So the next airline, this one is British Airways. So let's select from Lagos, Nigeria to Calgary. Then our departure date will be August 26th. So let's search. Let's check the price through. So this price is 2004. So what was the price of this? 2007. Do you see what I'm talking about? Can you see what I'm talking about? Can you see what I'm talking about? Okay, but this is United States dollars. This is US dollars. Yeah, this is US dollars. So this is US dollars. The cheapest one was at 2004. Oh, this one is passing through. Let's check. This one is passing through London. So you don't need, yeah, this one is passing through London. Can you see the stopover is in London? So you don't need a transit visa. You can actually book this since it's not passing through United States. So if it's passing through London, you can book it. You're good to go. So 2,400, but this one is United States dollars. So if you do the conversion, United States dollars and Canadian dollars, you can check the one that is much cheaper. You get. So now we've checked all the airlines. We've checked all of them. So now let's check the agents. These two now, they were the agents airline. So this agent, this is what they do. Once you search it, it will bring different type of airline on their websites. So you can select different ones. You get. So let's see. Murtala Muhammad Buhari. I said Buhari. Murtala Muhammad International Airport to Calgary. So one passenger, one way, right? Then we are leaving August 26th. So once we search it, it will bring different airlines for you that you can select from anyone. So can you see this one? Can you see this one? This one is Qatar Airways. The price is $875, but the travel time is 34 hours. This is the cheapest, but just that you have to, I think Qatar always pass through United States. Let's see. Do you see? Settled. You have to pass through United States. Settle is the Settle is a state in United States. So definitely you cannot book this one because it's passing through United States. So if you don't have a transit visa or a valid US visa, you can't book this one. The next one, Delta Airline 1.1, Qatar Airline 877, KLM 1.1, United Airline 1.2. So that means this website, they don't have what we can book because all their prices were totally expensive. But sometimes I just always check it because sometimes they always have a very, very cheap one. They will have a cheaper airline, cheaper tickets. So it's good to check all of them before you finally make your conclusion on what to book. So let's check the other one, Travel Better from Lagos. So Calgary. So we are departing by, let's check one way, departing by August 26th, then search flight. So can you see this one as well? This one is 830 Air France. So this Air France is actually 813. Can you see? 813. Let me see where this Air France is passing through. It's passing through Amsterdam. So this same Air France, that's Air France on official website of Air France, it is 2,700 Canadian dollars. Can you see 2,700 Canadian dollars? So how much is 2,700 Canadian dollars? 27 times dollar today is 520. Can you see? So can you see now? Can you see what I'm talking about? So on the Air France official website, the price is 1.4 if you convert this, but on this Travel Better website it is 813. You see? So if I want to book, I will book through this place. This is why it's good to always check different one. But just that this one now is 28 hours. You get it's gonna take you 28 hours to get there. So let's check airline website. 22 hours. So now this is what I'm talking about, the things to consider. So do you want to book this 2007, which is 1.4, that will take you 22 hours, or you would book Same airline, or you will book 813,000 that will take you 28 hours. So it depends on you now. Yeah, so this is all what I always check before I book my flights. And now, after you have made your final conclusion that, oh, this is what you want to book, you're finally saying the one you want to book. So all you just have to do is to click on the, let's assume you are booking this one now. So what you just have to do is to click on it. So once you click on it, you select the standard. This one now, it has some more advantage, economic seats, you get. So you can, but the price is higher. So this one too has some advantage, you get. So this was what I was telling you the other time. So once they finish selling this 2007, that I said is good to always book earlier. My point here, book on time. So once they finish selling this 2007 49, you don't have choice. This one will not be available anymore. The next one will be 3,000, you get. So that's why if you book on time, you can still book this cheaper one. So let's assume we are booking this one. Select, like we've read everything, we are agreed with everything, oh, we like it and all that. So, oh, I think I selected return flight on that one. Let me go back and select one way, August 26th. So let's just assume that we are booking this Ethiopia, right? Let's assume we are booking this Ethiopia. You just click on it, select it. So once you select it, it will ask for your, click on continue. Because I've wasted time on each one, it's asking me to do it again. So let me just rush and do it again. From Lagos, since I've explained it earlier, it wouldn't take me more time. Calgary. So economy, departure date, August 26th. So I just want to show you the process, how you can book it. Once you finally decide which one to choose, which airline to choose, just click on this, click on the price, the one you're selecting. So that means if you are selecting this one, if you want to fly for 39 hours, you click here. If you want to fly for 50 hours, but we are flying for 30 hours, which still makes sense. So just click on select. Then you would have to click on continue here. You see it has shown you the breakdown of the price. It shows you the breakdown. So this is the amount we'll be paying. So click on continue. Then you have to enter your details. Guys, make sure you enter these details very well, the same way it appears on your passport, because sometimes those airlines, they can be crazy. So my own is Mr. Michael. Enter your middle name, as if your middle name is John. Then show me your last name. Your last name is your surname, the same way it appears on your international passport. So date of birth, 2000, 1968, your month, your date of birth, gender, male. So then your phone number, enter your phone number, select 234, you're from Nigeria. Which country? Kenya, select Kenya. So put your phone number. Then email address, put your email address. Show me Michael at gmail.com. Then click this box, then click on continue. Then there are still some other information you have to enter. So it's still loading. So now can you see you have to select your seat. which seat do you want to select. This seat means unavailable. This white one means, this ashes one means unavailable, white one means available. Then this one means premium, you have to pay. So you can select these white ones. So you can select your seat yourself, but if you are booking through agents, they don't care where you want to sit. You get. So one of the things why it's very good to book yourself. So all these white ones are available. Like me, I always love to sit by the window side. But some people, they don't like window side. They love this middle side because they were scared of height. So but me, I don't like sitting in the front unless if I'm doing business class, and I don't like sitting at the back. I love sitting at the middle. You get, so I can be seeing the wing of the flight. So select your preferred seats. But sometimes if I'm in a rush, if I want to get out on time, if I want to get out from the plane on time, I always select the front seat, because if you select the front seat, you get out from the airline when the airline stop on time. So select the one you like, select seats. View next flights. So the flight going from Addis Ababa to Toronto, select your seat as well. So all this one, they were booked. You cannot select all this one. It has already been selected. So there's still one window seat here. Select it. View next flight. So click on continue. So it will ask you that, do you want to buy the Wi-Fi in flight? You don't need all that. Then this airport lodge pass, do you want? You don't need all that. Then if you want to book a lunch, you can book it. That means during your stopover, you will lunch in their lunch. So click on continue. Then now you have to pay after you've confirmed everything. You see, confirm everything very well. You are flying on which day? By 1 p.m. August 26, 2022. The duration of the flight is 30 hours. Then this is the price. The final price is $952. Then select, how do you want to pay? Do you want to pay with your credit card, debit card? This is your bank card. Do you want to pay at Ethiopian City office? Do you want to pay Nigeria bank transfer? Do you want to pay through Paga? Or do you want to pay through Nigeria mobile money? So anyone you want to pay with. If you want to go to their office to pay, just click here, complete it. If you want to pay through bank transfer, country, select Nigeria. It just shows you the bank account to transfer to. If you want to pay through Nigeria mobile money, if you want to pay through Paga. So let's do the Nigeria bank transfer. And you can book now, pay later. You can keep this flight if you are not sure yet. If you are not sure yet, but you want to lock this price, because flight price is crazy, it can increase anytime. You can select this, it will keep it for you for 24 hours. So within 24 hours, make sure you make the payment. So let's select Nigeria bank transfer, then click on this, complete, then continue. As you can see, it's very easy. You just have to understand all the pros and cons, all the techniques, all the tips. You just have to understand. And once you understand it, it is what you can actually do yourself. So now it's telling you that, how do you want to pay? Mobile banking, mobile transfer. Select your payment method. So you have to make this payment within 3 hours. So let's select bank transfer. So can you see now, payment instruction? To pay via bank transfer, log into your mobile banking or internet banking, then pay to this Wema Bank. So this is the account number. Don't go and transfer to this account number, the one that is showing here now. You get this. This is automatic generated bank transfer that it's generated for only this transaction. You understand? So you would pay to the bank account. It will show you You get the one it will shows you when you are completing this process. Don't send payment to this bank account. This one is not. This is just for this transaction. You get pay to the bank account. It will show you when you are doing your payment. Then pay this exact amount. So once you make the payment, the computer will confirm it that you've paid, and then they would issue your ticket to your email. Your ticket will be sent to your email. So that's how to complete the process. Same way for all these other ones. Same way. So I wish you best of luck in your ticket booking. And if you have any question, just drop your question below. I will attend to them. And make sure please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much, guys. I love you.